As you know, ladies and gentlemen, Bob Hope is one of the busiest people in the world, 364 days in the year. But yesterday was the day he found himself with nothing to do, and when Bob Hope is at loose ends, brother, look out.
Oh, gee, I'm glad rehearsal's over early.
Oh, yeah, so am I, Mag. It's a beautiful day.
Well, so long, fellas. My car's across the street. I'll see y'all later.
Hey, wait a minute, Maggie. Bill is going to be busy, so I'll just go along with you, huh?
Oh, no, Bob. You can't come with me. I've just got 1,001 things to do today.
Are you trying to get rid of me?
Yeah, that's the first one. Really, Bob, though, I'm going to be awfully busy. I'll be 2 hours at the beauty parlor.
Well, I'll go along and keep you company so you'll have someone to talk to.
Well, thanks a lot, Bob, but you're not very popular at the beauty parlor.
Well, what have they got against me?
They found out who was popping popcorn in the hairdryer. I'll see you later, Bob. Bye.
Yeah, but me too, Bob. I gotta run.
Oh, wait a minute, Bill. What am I going to do today?
Rob, why should this day be any different? Why don't you do what you've been doing every day for the last 6 weeks?
What do you mean?
Why don't you go home and spend the afternoon polishing your Oscar?
Now, I've polished it too much already, Bill. So smooth now I have to pick it up with ice tongs.
Well, I'm sorry, Bob. I'm doing the golf course in 20 minutes. I'll be seeing you.
Oh, okay, Bill. Gee, a couple of fine friends they are. Here I am all alone, no place to go, nothing to do. Now I know how Harry feels. Oh, well. Oh, well, I'll just take a walk down the street. Gee, what a big used car lot. Atomic Motors. Get a used car that has never been abused. New shipment just in from Yucca Flats. Look at the prices on those windshields. Gee, only $4,000. Oh, here's the supermarket. Guess I'll drop in and sample the grapes. I'll just take one of these push baskets and wheel it along in front of me. I'm not going to buy anything, but this way I can defend myself against the children. Hey, buddy, watch where you're going.
Gee, I'm sorry.
Well, Jimmy Stewart.
I didn't mean to smash into you like that.
Oh, that's all right.
No, it's my fault, Bob, but this aisle's all one way here, from the baked beans to the canned peaches here.
Well, there ought to be a light at such a dangerous intersection. A woman was hit here last week, and they had to take her in the manager's office and patch up her artichokes.
Really? Gee, that's terrible.
Hey, it's nice seeing you, Jimmy. We very seldom meet.
Yeah, that's right, Bob.
And we both live in the same neighborhood.
That's right, Bob.
Yet we never bump into each other.
That's right, Bob.
I wonder why.
That's right, Bob. I mean, I stick pretty close to home, you know.
As a matter of fact, Jimmy, I haven't seen you since you were on my radio show. By the way, was everything okay? Did you get the check I sent you for appearing on the show?
Yeah, I did, Bob.
What's the matter?
To tell you the truth, I got that check twice, Bob.
Twice?
Once when you sent it to me, and then again when the bank bounced it back.
Well, I can't understand that. I drew it on my regular account. Don't tell me it came back marked no funds.
Bob, that check came back marked no city.
Gee, I remember now, Jimmy. Gopherville was only a small place, and the freeway went through there and wiped it out. Well, don't worry, Jimmy. I'll make the check good sometime.
Well, I got quite a list of stuff to get here. Hand me that can of peaches over there, will you, Bob?
Here you are, Jimmy. Say, how come you're doing the family shopping today? Where's Gloria?
Well, she and the kids went up north to visit some relatives for a few days, so I'm sort of taken over doing the things that have to be done, you know.
Oh, I see.
I got to get this shopping done, Bob. You know, Gloria's out of town, and right while she's out of town, some very important people phoned me, and they're coming over for dinner tonight. How about that?
Really?
Yeah, this Mr. Higgins, he's a financier, and he's going to back my next 4 pictures, and he's coming over tonight with his wife. Dinner's got to be good, you see.
Well, what are you going to serve?
Well, these people are real socialites, Bob, right out of the who's who, so it's got to be just right. I thought I'd toss them a mess of spare ribs.
spare ribs?
Yeah. There's nothing like sitting around gnawing on a bunch of greasy bones to get people down off their high horse.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to be ritzy when you look like you just swam across a tub of hot blubber.
Yeah.
You're making a mistake. Spare ribs are all wrong for a dinner like that.
What do you mean?
Well, if these people are so important, you ought to give them something different, something unusual. Now, I have the greatest recipe in the world, and I'll be glad to come over and prepare it for you.
No, thanks, Bob. We've got a very fine cook, and she's preparing the dinner tonight.
Well, this recipe is famous among gourmets. It's called lamb ragout espagnole.
Gee, that sounds interesting. But no, I don't think so, Bob. Hilda, she cooks fine, and anyway, I'm not much for Spanish food. Honest, I get heartburn just watching Carmen Miranda.
I know what you mean. Burl used to do that to me. What time shall I be over at your house, and shall I bring my own double boiler?
No, Bob, really, I don't think we'll need any help. Maybe some other time.
It's no trouble at all, Jimmy. I've got nothing else to do, and you haven't lived till you've tasted my lamb ragout espagnole.
No, but Bob, I don't go for that hot, spicy stuff, Bob.
Hot, spicy? Heaven forbid. I just used just a breath of Tabasco to bring out the delicate flavoring. Just a teeny wisp of seasoning to tease the palate, and perhaps just a dash of fine sifted curry to test your taste buds, dancing and trembling with joy.
Bob?
Yes?
Who does your hair?
Don't throw those lines at me. Why don't you fluff up the fuzz in that suit and model for pipe cleaners?
I'll be seeing you.
Goodbye, Jim.
Well, Jimmy Stewart has arrived at home, delivered the groceries to his cook, and we find him now talking on the telephone.
Yeah, Gloria, everything's fine here at home. I did some shopping this morning, ran into Bob Hope at the market, and we talked... Bob Hope. We went to see his picture, Off Limits, the other night. Yeah, you remember the comedian that was so good we couldn't stop laughing at him? Yeah, well, that was Mickey Rooney. Hope's the other fellow. Hope wanted to come over to the house tonight. I'm afraid I was a little rude to him. But well, goodbye, honey. Give the kids a kiss for me. Yeah, take care of yourself. Goodbye. Let's see now. Well, I guess everything's all set for tonight. The house looks pretty good. Yeah, brought in some fresh flowers. Put out some cigars for Mr. Higgins. Oh, that reminds me, I better run upstairs and get those high-priced cigar bands and slip them on. Holy, well, hey, it can't be them already. It's, not this early.
Hiya, Jimmy.
Bob, but what are you doing here?
Shut off your motor and I'll tell you.
What do you want?
Look, Jimmy, I was thinking it over, and I just can't let you serve spare ribs to those people tonight. So here I am with my recipe for lamb ragout espagnole and my double boiler. How are you, happy?
I'm delirious.
Well, don't thank me. I like to be a good neighbor and do everything I can.
Well, I don't know anything else you could do unless you could kick me in the stomach.
If I could reach that high, I think I would. Which way is the kitchen, James?
Please, Bob.
Look, I'll get started on the lamb ragout right now.
Bob, we don't have any lamb.
Well, let me through, Jimmy. Now, let me out there.
No, we haven't got any rag out either. There isn't a drop of espagnole in the house.
Well, you don't need lamb for this ragout, Jimmy. Just some good rags. That's all you need. No, you can make it with pork, veal, chicken, beef, fish, or buffalo steak, and it tastes exactly the same. That's the nice thing about a dish that has 5 cupfuls of garlic in it.
Cupfuls of garlic?
Yeah, your guests will never forget it. Just picture it, a big simmering bowl of lamb espagnole on the table, then you fill the wine glasses...
Now, what do you put in the wine glasses? Chlorophyll?
I'll have have this thing whipped up for you in a jiffy.
No, please, Bob. No, don't go in the kitchen now.
Oh, don't be silly. Come on, Jimmy.
Oh, no. Hey, Bob, you know, this dinner's coming along fine.
Well, I told you we could do it. All you need is confidence.
Yeah, we're doing swell.
You know, Jimmy, cooking isn't so tough. The women just try to make us think it is.
Sure. Anybody with brains can do this type of work. Oh, darn, I busted the blade on my hacksaw.
Hacksaw? What are you using that for?
Well, I'm cutting up avocados to put in the salad.
Oh, that's swell. You got a lovely kitchen here.
Thanks.
I still can't get used to all the gadgets, though. What does this button do?
Well, when you push it, the whole cupboard turns, Bob. It's sort of a lazy Susan. You know.
Yeah, I got a calendar that turns like that. It's a lazy Maryland.
Gee, that sounds interesting.
Yeah, I'm having my eyeballs put on a swivel.
Bob, where'd the cookbook go?
Oh, it's around somewhere, Jimmy.
Where is it? I don't see it. Now, Bob, the cookbook ought to be someplace. It was here 5 minutes ago. Where's
Oh,
the cookbook?
don't bother me, Jimmy, please. I want to stir the lamb rag out. I got to make sure all the garlic is cooked through. Gosh, that smells good. Jimmy, would you please stir this up a little bit?
Well, you're right there, Bob. Why don't you do it?
I'm not covered for this in my Blue Cross plan.
All right, I'll stir the rag out. Give me the ladle. Gee, this stuff's really thick. Uh-oh.
What is it, Jimmy?
I just found the cookbook.
Well, I told you it was here someplace.